Welcome to the program. Our Twitter handle is at KTN News. Do let us know what is happening around you, and also we appreciate your feedback. Let's now get to stories making headline at this hour, and we begin in Kenya, where President Uhuru Kenyatta and his Tanzania counterpart Kikwete are set to launch the upgrading of the Arusha-Mwatate road. The road is from Arusha to Hololi to Taveta and finally Mwatate. Thereafter, the two leaders will address residents at Soweene Primary School as President Kikwete begins his 3-day state visit to Kenya. This marks the beginning of President Kikwete's 3-day state visit to Kenya, and on Tuesday he will address Kenyan members of parliament. On Tuesday, President Kikwete is serving his last days in office and is coming to Kenya a few weeks before Tanzania holds a general election on the 25th of this month. And moving on, the African Union and AMISOM both say Somalia is fast becoming a business hub despite the threat of Al-Shabaab. This is according to Ambassador Maman Sidoko, who is a special representative of the chairperson of the African Union Commission for Somalia, and he also head of Somalia.
Ambassador Maman Siddiqui was speaking to the Somali business community in Minnesota, United States. He said it is possible to do business in Somalia despite the disruptions caused by terror group Al-Shabaab. Ambassador Siddiqui said Somalia is on the rise economically and that investment by Somalis in the diaspora would give impetus to the creation of wealth. He assured the business community that whatever investment they made back in Somalia through remittances would be secure, while AMISOM gradually stabilizes the country. The ambassador noted that there were clear signs that the Somali economy is on its path to recovery. He cited developments in the financial services sector, such as the automated teller machines now operational in the capital, Mogadishu, an insurance company that is up and running as the federal government works to set up a chamber of commerce.
If we can team up with us, with the government, with some partners who are really ready to provide resources for projects, you can make a huge difference for the future, because the kids are the future.
Investment potential sectors included security, fisheries, construction, and education. Somali businessmen in the diaspora were encouraged to help in diversifying the banking system in Somalia, which currently relies entirely on the Hawala system. Ellen Wanjiro, KTN News.
And Tanzania National Parks authorities have clarified the deaths of thousands of wildebeest at the Serengeti National Park are purely natural and not much could be done to prevent them. Zinzikibiku reports.
The authorities say that in national parks, nature is always left to take its own course. Hence, the hundreds of lifeless wild beasts were in the Mara River in northern Serengeti, Tanzania. Captured on phone cameras by safari guides, the incident is a reminder of what happened in 2007 when 10,000 wild beasts died in a mass drowning. Serengeti wild-beast migration is an annual natural phenomenon which takes place between Serengeti National Park in Tanzania and Masai Mara Game Reserve in Kenya. Up to 2 million animals, mostly wild beasts and zebras, move in a clockwise rotational route determined by the availability of grazing and water. During the migration, a number of catastrophes occur, including diseases, predation, and accidents which put the livelihood of migrating animals at high risk. Drowning in Mara River is one of the occurrences during the migration in the Serengeti Mara ecosystem, and it is estimated that more than 250,000 wild beasts die during the journey. Other causes of deaths include stampede and attacks by other predators. However, wild beast deaths during migration are replenished with more than 350,000 births per year. Zinzikibiku, KTN News.
And to neighboring Uganda now, the clergy in the country organized a national prayer day to pray for peace, unity and stability as the country prepares for the forthcoming general election. The prayers were held at Kololo Independence Grounds in Kampala.
Some people are very worried. What about elections?
The threats were made as President Joe Museveni tried to assure the nation of a peaceful electoral process. Museveni, who first prided in the ruling NRM's achievements in securing the country, warned that he was ready to crush anyone found inciting violence in the run-up to the 2016 general polls.
What happened in Kenya cannot happen here. I can tell you this. Everybody who tries to do that will be smashed completely. Completely. She was not even rebelling with the press. You kill people. Don't do that. We smash you. There.
Museveni's warning follows earlier threats by the opposition to resort to other means of taking over power if there are no free and fair elections in 2016. A visibly angry Museveni also urged Ugandans to report any candidate suspected of voter bribery.
Telling lies. You tell lies in the elections, you will be prosecuted, you can be disqualified. But the problem is that it is not implemented. All that is not implemented.
This is not the first time Museveni is threatening to smash opposition protesters. In 2011, he threatened to literally chew opposition leaders contesting his victory through the walk-to-work demonstrations that characterized the post-election period.
We are becoming a new generation.
It is such violence that they held national prayers, hope to avoid both in the run-up and the post-electoral period.
Take on this challenge and to build our lives and character on values.
The First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, led the country into the prayers for the peaceful elections organized by the Interreligious Council of Uganda.
Grant us, Heavenly Father, that these elections will be conducted in a peaceful, in a free and fair environment, so that your perfect choices can come through across the country to the glory of your name.
Religious leaders urged Ugandans to put national interests ahead of their party interests in the next polls. The Archbishop of the Anglican Church in Uganda, His Grace Stanley Ntagali, urged leaders to shun adversarial approaches to leadership through promoting dialogue.
Be psychologically prepared to either win gracefully or lose honorably. Civilized politics presupposes that those who aspire for higher elective offices have developed a level of statesmanship and patriotism.
The prayers attracted a number of political bigwigs from the opposition, the ruling party, the Democratic coup, and the judiciary. The NRM used the moment to show support for its sole candidate, Yoweri Museveni. Bahati Remi, NB.
And last week on Saturday, we aired a story of a woman in Machakos County whose skull was being preserved in her stomach. The woman, Rose Mbula, has been in that condition for 4 months because her family cannot be able to raise 700,000 shillings required for an operation to reconstruct her skull after she was involved in an accident in India. And now the Standard Media Group has opened an M-Pesa pay bill number to help Rose raise the funds to undergo the operation. The M-Pesa pay bill is 15560. That is 155660, and the account name is Rose Mbula. Just to have a recap of that, the M-Pesa pay bill again is 155660, and the account name is Rose Mbula. Let us try and see how much you can be able to raise for her so that she can be able to undergo that surgery. We now want to take a short commercial break. Don't go too far because here is what is coming up. Towards the United States of America. just a reminder for that, I'm seeing the text messages here. A number of you are asking as to just repeat the pay bill number for Rose Mbula, the lady who is supposed to undergo surgery to have her skull fixed. The pay bill number is 15560. 15560. Remember Rose Mbula, whose skull was being preserved in her stomach. The woman Rose Mbula has been in that condition for 4 months because her family cannot raise 700,000 shillings required for an operation to reconstruct her skull after she was involved in an accident in India. And now the Senate Group Media has opened an M-Pesa pay bill number named Rose Mbula to raise funds to undergo the operation, and the pay bill number, just like I said earlier, is 15560 right there on your screen. The pay bill number is 15560. The account name is Rose Mbula. As I have seen, very many of you are asking about this particular information. We are glad that you're trying to raise funds for her. The number, once again, there on your screen is 15560. The account name is Rose Mbula. Well, that is it for Weekend at 1. For our viewers on KTN News, do join us at the top of the hour for more news updates. Our Twitter handle at KTN News Kenya and at KTN News as well. Do keep us informed of what is happening around you. My name is Ian Wafula.